Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's What the Bug. I hope we're feeling good today or whatever. I don't know what you guys are doing. So, yeah, Gypsy got her own little thing, her little surgery earlier this year, and Mia decided she was going to too. Hey, TikTok, I'm going to put something up for you guys, but because of the way that the language is over here, I cannot talk or be myself over here on this platform. So, if you guys would like to see Bug in the raw, come on over to YouTube. This will be muted and just sending people and traffic over here. So that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. As soon as I do this. There we go. All right. Anyway. Yeah. No, let's go over to YouTube. YouTube's definitely better. There we go. I got it now. All right. What time is it? God damn. Shit is annoying as fuck. Shit. That's crazy. All right, sorry guys. YouTube, I'm just over here trying to put a thing up so that they know to come over here. My bad. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Don't worry, I'm gonna get started here in just a minute. I just need to goddamn get this right. I didn't think about it until like the last minute, and my brain doesn't work right because I feel like everyone's listening to me think, but you guys can't actually hear my brain. So what's really going on here, rude things are happening right now. I can definitely tell you that, but we're not going to let that affect anything. We're just going to keep rolling. What? There we go. There we go. And yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, sweet. So TikTok, I'm going to mute you. And why is this not oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, I know I put it large, but I know I did it the right way. All right. Boom. Now I can just put my damn phone down and take this shit out of my fucking ear. All right, there we go. All right, cool. All right, dude. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I just you just cannot talk on TikTok, and I'm just really sick and tired of it. It's like, okay, yeah, on TikTok you can play music, whatever, blah blah blah. But for some reason over there, everyone just thinks that it's just so much fun to like report people and do all these things. I don't really understand that at the fuck all. Welcome in, everybody, not my monkeys. D'Angelo, what's going on? Main chick. Leland, how's it going? Shorty Pie, what's up? What's up, Mel? How's it going. All right, let me see what's going on my own damn. Oh, let me mute my damn self. There we go. All right, let's do it. Don't forget to hit the like button as you guys come in if you don't mind, so we can get out into the algorithm, so we can get some peoples here watching. Yeah, we're doing the talking about a little bit about the nose, and then we're gonna get into what I promised you guys we were going to talk about, and we'll get into, you know, the well, we're gonna start with the Backstreet Boys, but they all tie in together. They tie in with uh Lou Pearlman, who is um big dude that started a lot of the really popular boy bands. He was really intrigued by kids kids on the block, and he was like, I need to get into this industry. And so basically what's going to end up happening here is uh he's going to get a boy band together, and this boy band is the Backstreet Boys. But we're going to watch a documentary on it. So my whole thing about this is, my idea is to basically watch stuff and show you guys how intertwined all of this stuff is. And then that's going to lead us into current news, which is Hollyweird and LA, the Palisades. They're all burning down, quite literally, quite literally. So it's like one of those things. It's like, what? I mean, what? Some of the people's houses that have burned down, you guys, like, what? How's Diddy's house is gonna burn down? And Kim Kardashian's. I mean, there's so many different ones. I know that there's just a few of you guys in here now. If you guys don't mind sharing this out, let's get the homies in here. Bring your friends in here that maybe have never seen this. Share it to somebody you don't even realize that would probably like it. Let everybody know. Ooh, that's scary. I know when I was a kid, my neighbor, we were at the parade for the county, right? And just, we're just watching it. And as the fire trucks were coming around and the ambulances, they all of a sudden were coming around the corner. They turned their lights on. They had to exit out, so we had that like all space apart. And we got home and realized that all of those fire trucks and all of those EMTs and ambulances and all of the firefighters were actually in the next neighborhood over. And my neighbor's house had burned like completely down. And that was my first time smelling that smell. And I was like, whoa. And like, even just thinking about it, I can smell it. Yeah, that's cool. Um, Guys, remember, anybody that comes over here, yeah, I guess it's fun to troll, whatever. It, whatever, have your fun, but just know that we don't do hate over here. This is just a chill, calm environment, neutral. People that don't have the same opinions are welcome here, because we're not. I hate the word echo chamber, the phrase echo chamber, but it is not an echo chamber, because that gets boring as shit. But nobody needs to be arguing, and nobody needs to be. I don't understand. It's like, just go over to somebody's thing because people that you like don't like people that they know. Like, I don't know. You guys know we don't do drama over here. Hey, how's it going, Miss Peacock? Um, TikTok is stricter than Gypsy Rose parole officer. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, I like that. Um, wow. This is all right. I guess what we'll do here is, let me add you over here. Yeah, that shit is hilarious to me. But that's true, because like, it's almost like they're like, all right, she's only got this much more time, but it's crazy how she's able to do all of this stuff, and yet she's public with it and nothing happens. It's like, what are you guys scared of? Like, what is exactly going on here? Like, are you guys just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. All right, there we go. Not my monkeys. I just gave you a wrench because I don't have anybody in here except for you, and you're already trusted over there. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I know you guys are here to talk about Gypsy and Mia and all of the stuffs and how it's blood money and all that. I know everyone's kind of talking about it, but look, there's there's some, of course, there's so many, no, thank you, actually. So there's so many different like reasons, and there's so many different, it's like, all right. Well, she did say earlier that she had been thinking about it. She did say that. And like this I'm just saying, like, if I had her face and I was looking at it all the time, like, you beat yourself up pretty bad. You can beat yourself up pretty bad, and it depends on, like, who you are, but, um, yeah, there's people that have been like, "Oh, she was so beautiful before, like, she didn't need it." Yeah, but sh I mean, it's not up to you, it's up to her, but here's the problem that I have with it is the money that the money that paid for it was money that was earned because your steps because you have all these followers. And you have all these followers because your half sister, I almost said step, but your sister, your blood sister, had her mom murdered, and now all of you guys are getting paid for being in interviews, and you guys are being paid for all the things. Oh my god. You guys, what is going on? What is this whole fucking bug and morbid thing? You guys, what are you guys talking about? I literally every single day or every time I go live, and basically, yeah, every single day, because 'cause I'll be getting messages, and even if I don't reply, I see them. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but please continue to tell me things that I didn't know that were going on, because for me, it's interesting. I'm eating popcorn like, "Yeah, and what else did I do?" And I think he's probably the same way, and he's like, "Really? And what else happened?" Because I mean, but you guys can continue to think that, that's fine. I mean, if that's why you're continuing to go back and forth, with the idea in your head, go ahead, keep going back and forth. I can't make this shit up, and what I can tell you right now is that y'all made some shit up that ain't even real. I know you're asking, and you're not the only person that's asked. You're probably the 40th person that has asked, actually. And that's not me exaggerating because there's comments on both TikTok and YouTube, and I have messages. I even got a fucking email. What? You emailed me? Bro, it's not that serious. Nothing is going on. I don't know what anybody's talking about ever. Basically, I'm just like I'm just here, man, like chilling, bro. It's funny as shit. No, you know what? Let them think it. Like I said, I already have an idea, and I think I'm just gonna do it because you guys like that kind of shit. All right, fine, bet. I'm all for it, man. I'll play your little games. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, what are you talking about? But hey, if you guys want to keep thinking that, that's fine. That's fine. Man, look, I'm all about it. All right, so I know that we have the ultimate clickbait shit going on, but we really are going to talk about the nose jobs and stuff. I'm really looking for the squad. I know that some people probably are at work for a little bit and doing it. I don't even know a date. Apparently, it's Saturday. So, since it's Saturday, where the fuck is everybody? like, hold on. Now, y'all, like, what do y'all got going on? It's so funny. It's so funny that I never know what day it is. I really don't. I really, really, really don't. Like, I'll be looking at the calendar and still not know what day it is. I'll be like, damn, this is crazy. What fucking day is it? Whatever, though. But you guys, don't forget to hit that like button because the more likes we get, it shoots us out into the algorithm better. and that's what we want. We want to be out in the algorithm. So don't worry, don't worry. I'm just kind of chatting you guys up while we get peeps in here, while we get the peeps in here. That's all that's going on. You already know how it is. All right, let's see what's popping. All right. Um so I guess well, what I like to do sometimes is I'll do like a little recap um myself just to make sure that I got the right stuff. But for real, um I just kind of just sometimes I like to watch it with you guys. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I'm like looking for a video that would make sense to watch. This one I think will be all right. Okay, so this is the video that she had posted the other day after having it. So let me get my screen set up for you guys. Well, actually, let me get it set up for me since you guys can't see shit that's going on over here. I have just imaginary friends that are over here with me. It's all in my imaginary place. Oh yeah, sure. What's going on, everybody? I'm What the Bug. Yeah, I'm a musician and I also cover true crimes and we like to chill. But we don't just do true crime over here. We do we do true crime, but we do like the dark stuff too. A lot like I know a lot of channels are, they don't like to do some of like I'll show some of the craziest stuff over here. And it's just like borderline, is this even okay for YouTube? But so far all my checks have come through okay, so just doing the right thing. I appreciate it. Thanks guys for coming in. Yeah, you guys Morbid's awesome for always leading some traffic over there. I know I haven't actually spoken to Injustice myself, but his mom was on a panel with me last night and she's real cool. I like her. And he was in the background just kind of yelling. Um yeah, but she's nice. She's cool. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, you guys can check out all my music and all that, but like whether TikTok's here or going or leaving, I'm still here. Yeah, nice to meet you too, Trixie. Welcome into the club. Yeah, man. Sit, Moose. You'll understand soon. For the newbies here, I have a dog, and his name's Moose. And yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's not like I haven't like seen or been there. I think like there's time I'm just in the chat sometimes, or like sometimes I'm just there. I just don't say anything because I don't got nothing to say. I'm just chilling. I'm just like, all right, just listening. Okay, so now I have this open over here. What the hell is this? Oh, this is me. I was like, who the hell's YouTube page is that? Oh, it's little old me. Little old me. Well, doing pretty good. For every day I go live, I remember more and more. I remember more and more to not um not to unmute myself. That's what I remember to do. All right, let me take my face off. This shit off of my face. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna turn the volume back on.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it. Girl, don't do it.
Okay, so that's just the video that she had done, and that was like one of the first things. I don't know. Nanny McFay. Do you guys think all right. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Like I don't care whether she had it or not. Like I said, I think the problem is that the way that she's gotten her money is from being paid from all this, and it boils down to the fact it boils down to Dee Dee's death, her homicide. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. Let me give everybody a little shout out right quick. You think she needed it, bro? Yes, you're lit for that. Putting that shit up there. That's funny as hell. Yeah, look. I'm not saying at all that, if you want to do something to yourself, like if you want to Look, something as simple. Look, guys, you think my hair really sprouts out blonde shit? No. But you could look at it like that. Like, yeah, obviously getting reconstructive, or not reconstructive, excuse me. Cosmetic surgery is obviously a choice, but unless it's like, yeah, not a reconstruct. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about just for fun. Funsies like they did. Thank you for that. But yeah, so anyway, what I was gonna say was, I mean, look, she graduated, she did all the things, and if you wanna have, some all right, some chicks want a bigger booty, or like bigger chestnuts, and some women, it's not even cosmetic, but they have to have a reduction, but the part that is cosmetic is how they can get the lift in there too. And they'll do that. She ended up getting her chin done as well. Now look, once again, this is one of those things where, remember I said earlier and I never finished my thought? Well, I'm back to it now. Welcome to the roller coaster ride of which is what the bugs live. All right, so anyway, so what I was saying was, if I had to look at that face, I mean, like, if that was my face, I don't know why I said it like that. I'd be like, you see all the flaws and stuff. So it's like her nose did roll off to the side. Like Miss Hannah had said that she had a perfect S on her face. It's like, no, I did notice that though, because like, but there's stuff that she's not gonna be able to change. Like, she's not gonna change the way that she talks, and ultimately, that's still going to make her face and her muscles continue to go that way. And then on top of it, you've always been talking like that, and your muscles have memory. It's not like she's like gone over the top and had all the crazy surgeries, like like Caitlyn Jenner or whatever. So it's like their face doesn't even move. Like, she's still at that point where, I mean, she's been talking like the way she's been talking for at least 22 and a half years. You know what I mean? So that's like me sometimes. I talk out of the left side of my face, and I sing for sure on the left side of my face. All right. Sorry. I'm scrolling down reading this. I lost track. Oh, please. Well, you better cut it out. All right. Yeah, I literally had to just give Moose the stare because he's acting a fool. Let me unmute TikTok and let them know what's going on. Hey TikTok, what's going on, guys? We're over on YouTube talking about this. If you guys want to join us over there, my link is in my profile. Go ahead, check it out. But it does say all of that right here. Pretty straightforward information if you ask me. All right. So, not my monkeys. Thank you. Welcome in. I'm just going to say hey to as many, if not all of you guys, if I can get that. If I don't miss any of you guys. If I do, I will try to get you at the end. Main chick. Thank you. Leland's. Squirrels. All right. This guy, of course, has to go out when he was trying to lay there like a lazy ass just a little while ago. That's okay, because I wanted to start something and we haven't even gotten into that. And now I'm sitting here needing a host and you're acting a damn fool. Great. All right. Shorty Pie, Mel, I know I said hi to you. Jonesy, welcome in. Let's see. Miss Peacock, I know I said hi to you. Beth, what's up? Cloudy with a Chance. That's a great goddamn movie and book. Hilarious as shit. Four eyes, you need glasses to see. Miss Peacock, did you do it in the dining room with the candlestick or what? Haley, welcome in. Trixie, what's up? What's up? Y'all, Winter, let's go. Haley, I think I already said that, but I like that name. Zandria, what's up? Sarah, Emmy, what's poppin'? Uh, what? All right, now I'm back down where I can read with you guys. Oh, Laurelyn, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Whoever got that, congratulations. Yay, awesome. She can totally do what she wants. And yep, that is the problem. They can do what they want, but we know where they got the money, you know? I'll always give it to her that she went to school. She graduated, but I don't really know how it's going to work out though for her to be a nurse. Like, so basically, she's got to go in, and let's just say that, okay, so you know how we sound like completely crazy people when we talk about Gypsy Rose, like out in public or, outside of our little Gypsiverse, like outside of the Gypsiverse. We sound insane, okay? But but for people like, imagine if somebody that does know and follow, right? So that person knows that Mia either like, blind eyes the whole situation of which is Dee Dee's death, unaliving, murder, whatever the fuck. What I'm saying is that if all right, so, like, if I walked in there and Mia was my nurse, I'd be like, nah, no," because if you're able to not bad if you're not willing to dude, you got a fucking nose job on because you're popping on TikTok to an extent, and you're popping enough to make money from it, and you're using some of those funds for cosmetic surgery, and your sister did, and she did it. I don't know. I don't see how I mean, especially her being in the medical field. It's gonna be like, so you're meaning to tell me you believe your sister was medically abused, and you're over here but there's proof that she wasn't, a lot of proof that she wasn't. So you either are horrible at your job and don't understand how to read even goddamn just the damn autopsy, like, the toxicology, she should at least be able to look at this shit and be like, "Huh?" And then if she looks at the crime scene photos, which I'm sure she has plenty of times, I mean, come on, it just seems strange, right? Like, it just seems so fucking strange that, she couldn't be my nurse. I can tell you that right now. I saw her walking towards me, hell no. "What's up, teensy? How's it going?" "Yes, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about." "What's up, Mercy? How's it going?" Alright, sorry, guys, I literally had my comments up there, and I forgot to keep scrolling down. Yeah, see, whimsical, that's what I'm talking about, like, they straight like or, like, they know the bare minimum, they're like, "Oh, yeah, isn't that the girl that was medically abused?" And you're like, "She wasn't medically abused! What the fuck are you talking about, you crazy motherfucker?" But on the outside, you're like, "No, no, no, she wasn't abused, like, that's not what's going on," but on the inside, you're like, "No!" Or sometimes you actually are like that on the outside, you're like, "Fuck, dude, no, dude," and then you're, like, trying to explain it, but, like, how do you explain so much information in a nutshell? Because it's not a nutshell, the only nutshells that there are the fucking Blanchards and fucking Melissa Moore and fucking Mike Stanfield. Oh my god. Guys, I have been designing the coolest, fucking most hilarious shit with all of them, and it wasn't I was working on it the other day, and it wasn't literally until Mia did this, and I kept going back and forth if I was gonna put Mia on this thing. I was like, "I don't know. I don't know if I should put Mia on it because I don't know." The nose job got her a little space on this, and I would show you guys, but no, I'm not going to. I'm gonna hold off on it because people like to steal people's ideas. I'm not talking about the dumb shit that's gone down with the creators. I'm talking in general, a whole. I'm not talking about the fucking true crime community. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking in general. People like to take ideas. It just is. And you never fucking know who's watching and who's seeing. But it doesn't matter anyway. It's like me, I don't really ever mind what the fuck's up with this guy's truck? I don't ever really mind doing other things because guess what? I'm one of the few musicians in the true crime community, and I actually didn't realize that until kinda recently. I'm like, "What's different?" And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I'm a musician." Like, most of your true crime people, you don't go onto their page and they're an official artist, like, on a platform, right? You know? They're big and they're doing what they're doing, but there's, like, certain things that I'm like, "Oh, shit." I think it's fun to cover true crime and play instruments. It's awesome. Gypsy had the baby in Florida. Why do you think that, Laura? Um, ran away to her man's couch to give him send money. No shit. Word. Hey, Skittles, how's it going? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Anyway, so it's just so it's like, dude, man. Man, 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 oh man. All right. Anyway, yeah, but what I was just saying in the last little rant that I was having, it's not towards or anybody. I'm not that was not specified to anybody. So if anybody tries to put words in my mouth, I'm saying it right now, right here. No, just saying in general. You guys gotta remember, I am from the musician world, so I know all about goddamn shit. I know all about copyrights. And it's always, like, on this side, like, when on the true crime side of it, they're looking at copyrights like, "Oh, shit, oh, no, like, I'm using the wrong song," and I'm like, "Oh, motherfucker, who's using my you know what I'm saying? It's like, who is fucking using this? Who's using that? And I'm like, "Dude, this is my fucking song, like, what the fuck?" Like, sometimes my videos try to get me for copyright, but then it goes through, and then it scans it, and then it rescans it, and it's like, "Oh, yeah, you right, you right." Plus, at Thanksgiving, both sides of the family were in Florida. True. Yeah, dude. Dude, Gypsy is just wild. But once again, um, that's not gonna change. But what does drive me nuts is when the conversation of Gypsy comes up, and then there's those people that don't like Gypsy, and they're like, "She needs to go back to prison." Yeah, she does need to go back to prison. Absolutely. She should also be maybe probably thrown into one of those, like psych wards. Did you guys ever see damn, what's that movie called? There's this movie. It's based on a true story. You guys know how psych wards are crazy today, not, let alone the old ones, because they were different. They would send all different types of people there just because something was like literally not that wrong with them, but wrong enough with them where they're like, nah. Anyway, so there's this movie with Angelina Jolie, and I cannot remember what it's called. I was pretty sick when I was watching it. And I remember having a fever, but so I like binge watched like 3 or 4 movies, and I'm like, "Oh, wow, the fuck would I ever watch this?" But anyway, it was actually really good, and she has a kid, and like the kid's like stolen from her or whatever, and then they try to like make her seem like she's crazy, and they put her in a psych ward and all this shit. Girl Interrupted. No, it's not that. No, but that's funny because people. No, 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 it's not that. I know it's not that. It's something else. I mean, I'll double check it, but I don't believe that that's it. No way. That's way too old. No, 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 no. That's not even Angelina Jolie. What? You guys are tripping. That's why I was like, she's not even in that movie. Y'all are tripping. Changeling. That is exactly the goddamn movie. That's it. It's not Girl Interrupted, bro. I know what I'm talking about. And that's not Angelina Jolie. It is Changeling. Yes, Emmy for the win. Would you goddamn stop? Moose. Shit. Guys, I love my dog, but goddamn. This child is driving me insane. No, but oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, y'all's. I always forget that y'all's are. You guys are such on a. You guys are on such a delay. There we go. Okay, even if she was in that movie, that's not the movie I was talking about, Leland. Like I know that's not the movie, and we've already established what it is. All right, dude, hold on. All right, guys, we can continue to go back and forth with we can get back to this subject, but I actually wanted to show you guys if you guys are interested in it because so basically all the fires and stuff that happen in California, it's just too damn convenient. They're not happening in the spots that they typically happen in, right? And a lot obviously there's people that are not rich, there's people that are not famous that houses are burning down. There's a lot of people that are on both Epstein's list and been listed for some Diddy shit, right? Whether it's attending parties or whatever. I have the list. I'm going to be live for quite a way longer than we're only at 35 minutes. Okay, guys, we'll be here. So I want to get you guys started on watching that. But the thing is, I want to show you guys like how this all intertwines And so, you guys know, so I'm a millennial, and a big, 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 huge thing that went on back in the day was Jackass and Viva La Bam and the CKY crew and all of them. That was a huge fucking thing. Wild Boys. I love all of those guys, right? Love them, love them, love them. But just like Britney Spears, Bam Margera is in a conservatorship, and he was trying to get out of it. And here's the thing, like, I know it's like, Buck, what are you talking about? The fires and goddamn Bam Margera. Don't It's crazy because they all line up. So remember how we were watching the Whitakers stuff, you guys? That's the people that live in Odd, West Virginia, the ones that are the most inbred family in the country. Well, the guy whose documentary, who's got permission, Mark Leda, check this shit out. Mark Leda interviewed this girl, Amanda Rabb. He also introduced this chick named Lima. Well, it just so happens that Lima ends up being in cohorts with Mark, and Lima goes and puts this girl, Amanda Rabb, into a conservatorship. Okay. That girl is now gone. She has passed away. And what they said happened to her is not what goddamn happened to her. Yes, under soft white underbelly, Mark Leda. Yes. And Lima, okay, guys, check this out. Lima also is the one that's in charge of Bam Margera's conservatorship. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys some stuff and interviews on Bam and all of that. But to continue to lead us into Hollyweird, 'cause I'm really into pop. Grew up on NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Mariah Carey, all the things. I mean, I grew up on a shit ton of stuff, but artists that I chose with my music taste personally that helped me to learn to be the singer that I am today. There's so many singers, but definitely those ones are up there. I mean, my parents both loved the shit out of Luther Vandross. I grew up on a lot of really awesome shit and a lot of different flavors of stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna start doing that. I since I have already watched this, I can play a little bit of it for you guys to just get it started. And Moose is whining at me, so I'm going to take him out. He's totally throwing me off the schedule though, because he should not be going out right now. He's probably playing games, and I'm gonna be really annoyed when we go outside and he tinkles. So he better figure it out. Yeah, 90s babies all the way for sure. Abso-fucking-lutely. Millennials are literally the best. Everyone else is just jealous. No offense, anybody else, but get fucking real. Generation of the thumbs. We are the last generation to play outside, and we are the first generation to have all the first generation to grow up with a computer in our house. Fucking too cool, man. Too fucking cool. You can't even do it. All right. Yo, you guys. It is so crazy how all this intertwines. So it's like, how do you get from Bam Margera and Lima and all of them to other celebrities? Well, they're all tied in, and then they'll start aligning. It's crazy how it trickles down. But because we had already been talking about doing all that, I was like, dude, I really, really, really want to talk about the Backstreet Boys. But she does the person we're gonna watch her video is amazing. I know you guys know her. I know you guys have seen her shit before. BJ Investigates is got to be one of the best. She does so many cool things and covers shit just so amazingly. I would love to one day have a team like hers. Hers is so cool. I mean, she's one of the people I learned about the Lima thing. Like, she does videos on Mr. Beast, Diddy, Selena Gomez, Beyonce, Ozempic, Justin Bieber, Lou Taylor. Lou Taylor's also crazy too. I don't know what's going on. Look, get your coffees, get your whatever you need. Do your thing while I'm looking this up really quick. Because I think it might be on her other page, but oh, nope, here it is. Oh, and she did do one on NSYNC. So because it's weird because the origin story of NSYNC is kind of like strangely unknown, but known at the same time. But there's different versions depending on who you ask. And I don't know. I believe Chris Kirkpatrick. All right, let me pull this up for you guys and give me just a moment. All right, I'm gonna let this run. I'm gonna take Moose out.
The Backstreet Boys, brand new group, new heartthrobs, huh? Oh my God, we're back again.
Thousands of screaming fans packing the stadium tonight.
This group is very popular with young girls.
They've sold over 10 million records.
Wake up, not know who you woke up with, where you were at, scratches on your body, and try to remember what happened that night.
Lou Pearlman. What he does is take teenage boys and turn them into rich, famous pop music stars. His musical sons used to call him Big Papa. Now they call him a thief and a con man.
That was probably one of the lowest points in my life.
Nick Carter was abusing drugs and alcohol so seriously that it actually led to a buildup of...
No, see, that's not true. Nobody forgot that the New Kids on the Block. I don't know why I called them Kids on the Block earlier. I don't know. It was just not clicking in my head. I was like literally looking at the street. But yeah, the New Kids on the Block are actually mentioned in here because that's exactly how they came about. Lou Pearlman, the guy that they just mentioned, that guy with the glasses and the blonde hair, he took there's a whole thing, the way that they build boy bands, okay? The way that they build boy bands and girl bands, but boy bands are different. They build them separately. Okay, so basically what's going to end up happening here is that will all be mentioned, but there's a way and it will start talking about that. But I wanted to get you guys introduced to how I wanted to start with the Backstreet Boys, love them, but it talks about Lou Pearlman, and Lou Pearlman will lead us into all the other things because once again, this is a this is a music group. They're already up there. These people become elites. All the people that are working with all these motherfuckers.
of toxins in his heart.
Put down the 7-Up. Of course, it's on camera, and obviously they don't drink this too. Yes, 7-Up.
It's also called the sudden death syndrome. And they actually raised me in a lot of ways. You were a guardian.
I was his guardian.
You were a little
legal guardian.
Welcome to BJ Investigates, a show I just created and might never do again. It's hard to keep track of what I talked about in the last episode. What was it? Probably something about, it was the Britney Industrial Complex. Y'all go watch that. Thank you very much. In today's episode, we're going to still stay a little bit along those same veins, but we're going to go back even a little bit further. And today we're going to talk about the most successful, highest selling boy band of all time. As usual, and it should really go without saying, please do not contact anyone in this video, send them hate or love or anything else. To be honest, just don't contact anybody as a result of this video. The purpose of this video is to report on things that are out in the public and give my commentary. This is not legal advice. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. Thank you. All facts are alleged. Innocent until proven guilty. The boy band model goes back a really long time. Take 5 boys, put them in a band, girls will go crazy, and the 5-part harmonies are catchy and nice to sing along to. All the way back to the 50s, we have Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. The 60s and 70s would bring us bands like the Beatles and Jackson 5. The 80s and 90s would bring us bands like Menudo, New Edition, and ultimately New Kids on the Block. Up until that point, every new generation of boy band outperformed the last. But no boy band in history has ever held a candle to the massive monumental success of the Backstreet Boys. The band was conceptualized in 1992 by an entrepreneur named Lou Pearlman, and because of the band's success, many refer to them as the blueprint for modern-day boy bands. In some ways, they're right, but what many people don't know is that Lou Pearlman didn't just stumble his way into accidental success with the Backstreet Boys. He worked hand in hand, side by side, with a powerful team of industry insiders for years to meticulously curate the image, sound, and attitude of the boys, grooming and shaping them into the megalithic pop idols they would become. The Backstreet Boys hadn't even reached the height of their fame and success before Lou began curating his next project, NSYNC. And he didn't stop there either. Through his company, Transatlantic Records, Lou created and managed more than a half dozen boy bands over the years, all of them based off a very specific and effective formula. According to a 1999 article published by CBS News entitled The Idol Maker, the winning formula is the following: a young one, a cute one, a sensitive one, a jokester, a bad boy, and the older hunk, all between the ages of 12 and 20. Never mind the fact that that's actually 6 and not 5, but maybe one is supposed to cross over. I really don't know.
What are you looking for? You need to have the young kid that definitely has a cute look that the young girls are looking for. Older guy has to have that older image. It's great to have somebody Latino who gives an extra flavor to it. One guy has to have that GQ look.
When the boy band craze began to dwindle, Lou took advantage of the public's new interest in reality TV competition shows, and he created a show called Making the Band to create another boy band to add to his collection.
Hey, all you singers out there, Lou Pearlman, the mastermind behind such bands as LFO, NSYNC, and the Backstreet Boys, is looking for 5 talented young men to form a new band.
The first time I ever saw Lou Pearlman was when I was auditioning for Making the Band in Vegas. He comes walking out of the auditioning room. Everybody's like, that's Lou Pearlman, like as he walks by. And this guy is the guy pioneering music on the radio right now.
From Boston. Boston, huh?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Lou Pearlman could on a whim change anyone's life here. You guys are going to be one of the 25 guys coming down to Orlando, and then we'll go from there to the final.
Now, Lou would only appear on that show for a season before handing off the reins to P. Diddy. We did talk about that a few episodes ago, but the entirety of the Making the Band thing is a story for another day. Anyway, whenever he was making all these boy bands, Lou did not work alone. He was part of a multiplayer team. And the most important players on that team whenever it came to setting up the Backstreet Boys in the early 90s were Johnny and Donna Wright, a husband and wife management duo. And this was hardly Johnny and Donna's first rodeo when it came to boy bands. They had also worked with another massively, monumentally successful boy band called New Kids on the Block.
Former New Kids on the Block road managers Johnny Wright and his then wife Donna. They think the boys have potential.
Johnny and Donna came down and they helped me manage the group.
This is Johnny Wright, production manager and voice of the New Kids.
The early 1990s, New Kids on the Block were the biggest thing in the world.
They were everywhere. They were dolls. They were towels. They were lunch boxes.
Kids on the Block.
They played the Super Bowl halftime show.
All right, sorry y'all. Had to go let Moose out, and he really just pissed me the fuck off. So he's in trouble right now. Yeah, he literally spun in circles. I started counting about the 10th time, and he spun around in circles 62 times, and I just couldn't believe that I sat there and counted him spinning around in circles to not do shit but fucking tinkle. I fucking told him, don't fucking bring me out here for a tinkle, bro. He knows better. I knew better. But the way he was crying at the door, I really thought something was twisted. Nothing was twisted. He got me fucked up.
But it was the success of New Kids that really caught Lou's attention. In 1991, Forbes magazine said New Kids made more money than Madonna and Michael Jackson.
I was invited to come down.
Okay, back to the conversation of which has been happening. Let me look at y'all's. Yeah, Nick, Nick is violent though. Like, he is crazy. Yep, Lou is totally gross. Nick Carter, yep. Nick has plenty of allegations. Nick is, I think they show that interview in here, but Nick is the one that would be picking all the fights with everyone, but it makes sense. Anyway, let me see what's going on here. Welcome in, Kai. What's up? Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, but not only did Aaron die, their sister died before that. He's not playing in the snow, dude. He's acting like he's got to go potty and he doesn't. So he's trying to play. Dude, trust me, I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. So he's just in timeout. Yeah, he's all right. He's cool, but I'm quite literally annoyed. Like my blood is boiling a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know what. Yeah, fuck sledding for sure. All right.
To one of the shows. All the screaming. I was like, my God. I mean, not to mention, okay, there's a tinkle to the cash register, no question about it.
Johnny Wright had experienced success, obviously, as a tour manager for the New Kids on the Block, and Lou was particularly impressed with Johnny's extensive knowledge of how the whole teen market operated.
The sacrifice that these kids have to go through as teenagers to do what they do.
So Johnny and Donna set up camp with Lou Pearlman and Transcontinental Records, and they began operating as a three-pronged team of mass promotion. Basically, Lou Pearlman would do the scouting and the business operations. Johnny would handle the management, and Donna would deal directly with the artists. Kind of like a den mother.
Not a babysitter. I like to call it a den mother.
Creating an assumed family tree, beneath which all would succeed, or so they thought.
Pearlman brought in New Kids veterans, Donna and Johnny Wright, to run the day-to-day business.
I was a mother, I was a nurse, I was a counselor, I was everything. Girlfriend problems, parent problems.
Donna and Johnny essentially lived with the boys.
They were a lot of fun. I mean, we used to roll around on the bus and the tour buses, and we played pranks on each other, and Nick gave me some kind of gum one day.
Oh, no.
With my girlfriend, Azra. It was called fish guts.
That's terrible.
Okay.
By the time that Johnny and Donna had agreed to work with Lou Pearlman, Lou had already actually auditioned and chosen the members of the band. Now
I love this because this digs into all the dirty, nasty things about all the dirty, nasty people, but it also is interesting because it's like, oh my God, it's the fucking Backstreet Boys, but the question down here Trixie has is BJ still practicing law or is she only doing educational media? Dude, I think she's full. Like, there's no way. BJ is definitely 100,000 million. I remember watching something, but she does not practice law, I don't believe anymore. Like, I don't even know how she would have the time. These videos are amazing. And she does other things and has another channel. This is just absolutely what. Yeah, and I think she's got like, dude, she's just balling. She's a fucking baller. But it is good for her. It is cool to watch her because she does have that law background. So I like when she goes into the law documents. So like a lot of times, like when I'm looking or watching things, I go into the medical documents. I'm not in the medical field, but I'm highly interested in it and literally have read some crazy books that people just read when they're doctors or nurses or studying to be. And I just like to read and look at them and learn stuff. Anyway, so I typically do that. Plus, there's a lot of people that are nurses, and there's a couple doctors in my family too. So I've always kind of been like a little educated in that area too. But I like how she looks up the legal documents and shit. Because I do a lot of true crime. I'm always watching the other things. So I'm looking at autopsies and toxicology reports with this shit. But this dude, Lou Pearlman, he really does tie in. Nick is, but they all tie into, this shit is just crazy. I mean, the twists and the turns. But like I said, we're going to watch this because this was a promise thing. I was like, guys, we all know these motherfuckers. So that's where it's like, oh, cool. It's like, oh, shit. It's a little different, you know?
There's a bunch of videos all over YouTube that'll tell you how each and every individual person joined the band, but we're just going to give a really brief TLDR right here. I also just want to give a really brief disclaimer. Y'all know I can't get through one single video without giving at least a few mandatory disclaimers. But the disclaimer is there's a few different versions of these stories. I'm doing my best to kind of distill them and find denominators. I'll point it out where some of the versions are different, but there are a few different versions. So the story goes that Lou Pearlman, who was an entrepreneur, an accountant by trade, he had made his fortune in the private charter industry. So he was flying private planes, which sounds a little bit too close for comfort to what we know is going on these private planes back in the 90s, but that's a story for maybe never. Anyway, so Lou was...
See? You see? But she lied because she does go into those details. I love BJ. She's so classy and funny at the same, like it's like a southern class, you know? And then she like ties that shit in with being funny as hell, but she's serious because she's got the whole lawyer thing going on, but she's totally funny as fuck. Dude, I love her. I love her. I fucking love her. And she's so smart. She's so smart. I love it.
Was chartering these private planes. I don't know if he was the pilot or what, but at some point he began to charter out his planes to famous rock musicians and bands. One such band was the one we mentioned earlier, New Kids on the Block. So Lou gets invited to go to a New Kids on the Block concert, and while he's there, he reports hearing the girls screaming, seeing everyone get so excited and lose their minds, and most importantly, I think to Lou, he saw that these girls were buying every single item of merchandise that the New Kids on the Block were selling. So Lou decides he can do that. He can put a band together like that, and he basically immediately starts to put out a bunch of advertisements in order to get people to audition for his band. The first person to audition was AJ McLean. He was a singer, he could dance, and he auditioned for Lou in Lou's living room. He immediately got the role, and he was the first member of the Backstreet Boys. Now, at this point, remember, boy bands were not new. They have been around since literally, 1950 with Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, and probably even before that. But Lou was kind of trying to essentially just emulate what he had seen work in the past. And there's been boy bands in the past, a ton of them. So Lou not only was trying to build the formula of the boy bands with, the cute one, the old one, whatever. He also specifically had a number of members in mind because he wanted a 5-part harmony. So he was really looking for 5 boys. He had AJ and he kept auditioning more boys. The next person to audition for the band was none other than Nick.
Hold on. I want to let you guys know something from a musician standpoint. The Backstreet Boys are not actually lined up completely fully with a... Now, although the guys can reach the notes and stuff the way that they're lined up, they actually don't have what like NSYNC's got, an actual 5-part harmony where you have Chris that is at the very, very, very highest. He's a tenor 1, goes into soprano notes, which typically a soprano is a female. Tenor is a male, but it really is just the notes, because like if you guys hear my voice, I can hit notes that are soprano 1, but I can also hit notes that are in the bass section, which is the deepest for the male. And they don't have a 5-part harmony in Backstreet Boys. They don't have a bass. Kevin's the oldest, and he's got the quote-unquote lowest voice of all of them, but he is not officially a bass by any means. He's just the oldest. His balls dropped already.
Nick Carter. Now, he auditioned in Lou's Blimp Hanger for some reason, and he sang like a bridge over troubled water. Apparently, it was really good, and so he was the next member. Auditions kept rolling in, and Lou did audition many, many boys in his Blimp Hanger, but the only one he really saw any promise in other than Nick was Howie. Unfortunately for Lou, he was unable to fill those other 2 spots to round out his 5-part harmony, but he did hit the ground running and have AJ, Nick, and Howie just start performing and start making videos.
My mom had always suggested to me, a while ago when I was in high school, why don't you put like a group together? Maybe try to form your own band. And there was other groups that were out at the time, like New Kids and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, I wasn't really sure if a group was really like the right type of scene for me.
I've known Howie for about 10 years. Him and I met at a thing called the Latin Carnival back in Orlando, which is for all the Latino talent in all of Orlando. And both Howie and I are both Latin, so we entered the contest, and I did a 45-minute one-man show, and I beat Howie. And then we kept seeing Nick, and the 3 of us kind of vibed, and we became really good friends. Started singing together off and on, started a little trio, and got signed to, small independent label back in Orlando.
But yeah, he hit the ground running. He had them start working together, start dancing, start singing, whatever. But he was still on the lookout for those 4th and 5th members because he really wanted 5. After a while, Lou began to start to look elsewhere outside of these newspaper auditions in order to fill the 4th and 5th spots because he was really set on this 5-part harmony. So he kind of started to scout. Now, the exact specific circumstances surrounding how exactly Lou learned about the next member, Kevin, is a little bit disputed.
What I was gonna say was because I cannot help but like talk about their voices for a minute. I think the absolute best singer in this group is Brian, but then right after him, I would have to say Nick because Nick, he's got the well, AJ's really good too. AJ's really, really good too, actually. But I think that Brian, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's got the biggest range. Like Brian sings on How Did I Fall in Love with You, which is the last song on Black and Blue. It's beautiful. But the lead vocals are Brian and Howie. And it's a very, very high song. I mean, yeah, Nick, I like how Nick can I like how he's got he's got dude, he's got that. I love it. That was my favorite. That was my favorite for sure. I think Nick's best vocal is in Shape of My Heart when he's like, I'm here with my confession, got nothing to hide no more. I love that, dude. That has got to be one of his best fucking, oh my god, it's got to be one of my favorites. All right, let's keep going.
On the record. There's some versions of the story that say that Lou Pearlman's limo driver knew Kevin, but there are other versions of the story that say that Lou actually scouted Kevin from a Disney Parks parade because Kevin was working there as Aladdin at the time. I guess it's possible stories are true that the limo driver knew Kevin and told Lou to go and watch him in the parade, but I really don't know. Nevertheless, Kevin was the next member of the band, and he was about 10 years older than the youngest member, Nick Carter. Nick was undeniably, obviously, the cute one. And even though he was the youngest of the other members so far, he really did stand out with a lot of showmanship and charisma. So with one more to fill, they're still on the lookout, and Kevin, the most recent member, the guy who was playing Aladdin at the Disney parks, he told Lou that he had just the right person to fill the spot, and it happened to be his cousin, Brian, who was living in Kentucky. Lou got the boys all together, all 5 of them, for the first time and had them sing. And the way that it's reported by pretty much all of them is that it was really actually very good. The boys sang really well together, they performed well together, and their chemistry looked good, and they were cute and whatever. So it looked like the Backstreet Boys was ready to go. Now, Lou Pearlman himself pretty much wrote the first songs that the boys would sing.
A lot of people in the U.S. didn't get our original, very first Backstreet Boys album because it was released in Europe. And, you know, we did like a song called Boys Will Be.
Well, Nicole, that's not correct because Kevin and Brian are actual cousins. Yeah, I do know that a couple of them knew one another. Justin Timberlake was on the Mickey Mouse Club with JC Chazé and, you know, Britney and Christina and all of that. So they were already... Oh, shit. Fuck it. You know, TikTok, really actually kind of sick of you and your bullshit. Anyway, so, yeah. So, there was something else I was talking about. Doesn't matter. We're going to watch the NSYNC one, too. Not today, but we will watch it because you guys obviously are into this, too.
Will be boys or...
I go anywhere for you.
If you want to be a good girl,
This is a bad boy. That's stupid.
Trust me.
Stupidest song. I didn't want to sing on it.
All right.
But for all intents and purposes, Lou was basically trying to make a knockoff New Kids on the Block, but that could actually sing. Because apparently the rumor was the New Kids on the Block couldn't really sing live. They were lip syncing. So Lou was like, all right, fine, I'll put together a band that's basically just exactly like New Kids on the Block, because they were still so popular at the time, but I'm going to have it to where my band can actually sing. So Lou put a lot of effort up front into making sure that the boys actually had really good voices and that they were harmonizing well together, because he wanted to be able to show that they could sing live, which is what was going to set them apart from New Kids on the Block. In retrospect, as somebody in the future looking back on the past, it's really easy to kind of starkly distinguish New Kids on the Block from the boy bands that would follow, including Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, LFO, O-Town. They're very, very different. New Kids on the Block was kind of like tough, leather jackets, like sort of giving a little bit like 80s vibes, but Backstreet Boys started out exactly like that. Their very first public performance ever was a live performance on the local news, and they were basically dressed just like New Kids on the Block, and even the way that they were saying their names and stuff. I'm Howie D. I'm Nikki C.
We rock. The mic, Kevin. Kevin who? Howie D.
Nikki C.
And what do you guys plan on doing tonight? How many songs are you going to sing? We're going to sing 2.5. 2.5 songs. Why the half?
It's kind of like still sort of trying to play off of that tough guy Italian thing that the New Kids on the Block were running with.
Here we are with the Backstreet Boys. I think this was the guy here that they wanted the most. I don't know why. Take it home, Nikki.
The ladies just like you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's party. Turn to get funky. Kick it.
But that wasn't the only evidence of that. There was also the fact that the news anchors were kind of introducing them as the new Kids on the Block, and the news anchor himself, who was interviewing them, had also said, "You're nothing like those other kids, those other boys. We're not going to mention them."
And later, we'll introduce you to a new singing sensation. The next legends, maybe. Who could be the new kids, the new Kids on the Block? Maybe we had to have Tom say that.
It's probably easy in retrospect to look.
No. He didn't try to take the lead. He is purposefully pushed to the front. That's the thing about the Backstreet Boys. They don't have one lead singer. They don't have two lead singers. NSYNC has two lead singers. NSYNC has JT. No! I don't like calling him. I hate calling him. I hate that. Justin and JC are the lead singers of NSYNC. And in this group, Backstreet Boys, there are no lead singers. But if you had to pinpoint lead singers, it would be Nick, Brian, and AJ. But they all sing lead parts. You know, it just depends on where they need the voice, but they all have lead parts, all of them. There isn't one of them that is a lead singer. So yeah, no. So the thing is, they're probably gonna, I believe it's in this one, they're gonna go over it, but Nick is so young. Guys, could you imagine being like 13, 14 years old and you're touring with like a 20, like all these different age guys, and you're like the youngest, and the next person closest to you in age is 5 years older than you? This shit gets crazy too. Kai, what didn't you ever put together until now?
Back and think that they were comparing Backstreet Boys to NSYNC, but NSYNC was like years in the future. It hadn't even been thought of or conceived yet. So Lou was legitimately just trying to make a clone of New Kids on the Block in order to make money. Well, the boys do that performance, and then Lou lines them up to do another performance at SeaWorld for grad night in 1993. So Lou has those performances filmed. He might have even filmed them himself, but whatever the case may be, he sends the video recordings of those performances around to a bunch of different scouts, talent managers, labels, whoever would really watch. And one of the people he sent that to was Johnny Wright. Why did he send it to Johnny Wright? Well, as you already learned, Johnny Wright was the road manager for New Kids on the Block. So here you have Lou Pearlman making a New Kids on the Block clone that can actually sing a little bit better or whatever live. And then he sends the tapes of their performances to Johnny Wright, the New Kids on the Block road manager. I guess Johnny and Donna liked what they saw and decided that maybe they could make something of this new.
Okay, Leland, so that's not how the music industry worked at that point in time. There were bands and shit like that, and they played the instruments, and I don't know if any of the guys played instruments at this point in time, but I do know that Brian plays the guitar. I'm pretty sure that Nick and Brian and AJ can play the piano. They can play other things. And what's crazy is in sync, there's actually a fucking video of them playing as a band. Like I'm like a band, a whole band. Like they all have instruments. I wish that they would have kept up with that because that was lit. Yeah, being good looking is completely part of the music industry, like completely part of it. All right, let's keep going.
Band. So now they have Johnny and Donna on board, and Lou is there as well. And they're this 3-prong management team. Lou's doing the scouting and the managing. Donna is the den mother working directly with the boys.
I felt that I gave birth to this group. And
That's okay.
And Johnny is bringing in all of his industry knowledge. Their goal at that point was to get the backing of a major label. So the next big PR push was tour of high schools. They would do 3 shows a day in high school gyms, and the girls were apparently going crazy. Their work ethic was really incredible. I mean, they were working and they were young children.
So we would go around to like middle schools, high schools, gymnasiums, auditoriums, and perform music that nobody had ever heard.
We did covers too.
Nick was, I think, 12 years old whenever this all started. And Nick had also been offered a contract with the Mickey Mouse Club, and he was going to be in the same exact season as Britney, Justin, Christina, Ryan Gosling, all those people. But Nick turned down the Mickey Mouse Club contract in order to be a Backstreet Boy. So they're working, they're training, they're PR pushing, they're sweating in the hot sun in the warehouse, all of that. At that point, Lou is calling the boot camp that they're all going through a finishing school or something. I really don't know. It's basically another version of the flavor camp that P. Diddy did run. And I've made some connections through all these labels and stuff. If I put it all in one video, it's going to be 9 hours long and y'all's minds are going to explode. So we're going to have.
Okay, and the thing that she was just talking about is precisely why we're watching this right here, so I could plant the seed to start showing you guys more and more about this stuff, to get into the Diddy stuff, to get into the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, to get into the tunnels, to get into these fires and all of that. Thank you everybody for being here. You're so amazing. Let's continue on.
Have to do it piece by piece, but we did make a video on P. Diddy, like I said, so go and watch that because all of this web is going to come tangling back together in the next few videos. So the boys are training at Lou Pearlman's version of Flavor Camp, and they took every radio interview, they took every commercial, they did some cheesy, silly stuff in the beginning.
It says that you, the Backstreet Boys, agreed to appear at a Burger King, yada yada.
And what's the yada yada?
Little commercial.
Forget it. We don't do commercials.
Not our style, man.
We wouldn't even do this for
Lifetime supply of free Whoppers.
But they were really working their butts off. All the while, Lou and Johnny and Donna are sending off these interviews and the ways the girls are reacting and all of these tapes and video recordings and stuff to major record labels. Really, nobody wanted to sign them. Nobody really wanted to sign the Backstreet Boys. I think it was just they were too close to New Kids on the Block. And at that time, it was like reports in the news like New Kids on the Block are not kids anymore. They're getting old or whatever. There was really a need for something fresh and brand new, not just the cloning of the New Kids on the Block. So finally, 2 years after Lou created and conceptualized this band, the year 1994, they finally do get a yes. And that is from a record company called Jive. And this is the first place where I personally noticed things were definitely already weird. There is a video out and about, has 100 or more thousand views. And it's essentially a home movie of the boys celebrating their Jive record contract. But it's kind of a joint party. It's a celebration for their record contract, but it also seemingly happens to be an anniversary party for Johnny.
All right, y'all. Now, this is why we're watching. She had to do all the introductions. She had to show us like the, but this is right here. This is where it takes that turn for the last 20 minutes of it. And this is why we're here, because like we have to do this. Like, oh, we have to do this. We have to. And I feel like it's so simple because he was offered the Mickey Mouse Club. So we literally could jump into a Britney Spears thing. But I mean, because I want to show you guys about Lima and I want to talk about Bam Margera. Yeah, I know, fucking jive, dude.
And Donna. And in and of itself, who cares? You can have a joint party. That's not that big of a deal, especially whenever Johnny Wright and Donna are two of the three-prong management team and whatever. That's not really the weird part. The weird part is that the Backstreet Boys are obviously drunk. And I don't think a single one of them was over 21 years old at the time. Maybe Kevin might have been. But they're all not only drinking, they're actively, obviously drunk. Nick is hiccuping. They're acting like they're going to throw each other in the pool. And then someone even mentions it whenever Lou Pearlman then wants them to do an a cappella performance for whatever reason by the pool. He says, put your 7-Up down. And they're holding like cocktail glasses.
Okay, you can celebrate. Now put down the 7-Up.
And someone even behind the camera laughs and is like, 7-Up. And Lou is like, yeah, because it's on camera and these guys obviously don't drink because they are with the Students Against Drunk Driving.
Yeah, because it's on camera and obviously they don't drink. This kid gets some
7-Up.
And the person behind the camera is like, oh, right, yeah, 7-Up. And they're all laughing. And it's like, they're obviously drinking, they're obviously drunk. We're not talking about 19 or 20-year-old kids, y'all. One of them's 13, one of them's 14.
I think the image that they have to give off is something of sincerity, something that shows their true feelings about life, about what they'd like to see for themselves and growing up in their generation, and to help show our younger generation that it's okay to be cool and not have to do drugs, say no.
Nick is not trying to he was not trying to take over the Backstreet Boys at all. That's not what happened. They were fucking pissed off and annoyed with him because he was so young and he kept crying like a little bitch that he wanted to go home instead of being a famous millionaire. But like, seriously though, that actually is like, I think in this, there's either an interview or something I watched or something. It might be covered in this. And I think I saw the interview separately. I can't remember whose they're on, but I remember how they're sitting. But yeah, a lot of them get hired and created by Lou Pearlman, and then they fire him. That's what Bye Bye Bye's about, firing Lou Pearlman.
To alcohol.
Then the two older ones are dressing up like a clown and a woman clown, and he's tucking up his you-know-what with some duct tape and putting on a wig and out there, and it's like, it doesn't actually look like he's particularly comfortable. I don't really know what the context is of them dressing up like a woman and a clown. But there's even a caption on it from Kevin at some point that's like, we feel so stupid, I feel so stupid or something. And he's like, get this stupid wig off me in the captions. It does not appear to me as if this was something that these two Backstreet Boys like volunteered necessarily to do, or even why they're doing it. But they come out and they do some type of performance as a clown and a woman, and it goes on forever because they're not enjoying it. Later in the night, they're huffing helium out of balloons, which is a normal kid thing to do.
Hi, I'm Kevin. This is Brian. We're two members of the Backstreet Boys. We're cousins, and we're from Kentucky.
And there's no adults around while they're doing that. So, I mean, it is kind of bad for your brain. I would not suggest anybody try that at home. But that in and of itself isn't necessarily bad. But what is bad is that they were all obviously drunk. Some of them were barely teenagers. And there's all this grab ass. And I'm not sure all their parents were there or not. Maybe they were. I really don't know. So sometime right around that same time in 1994, the Backstreet Boys go back for their second grad night performance at SeaWorld. There's some pretty alarming stuff that goes on in that video as well. And again, this is a publicly available video that's been around for years and years. I'm frankly surprised no one's ever brought this stuff up before. I'm not even sure if I can actually show on this video all the things that Nick Carter was doing on this tour bus after the performance, but suffice it to say, he was doing the rehearsals and everything in this red tank top. Then they finish their performance, they get back on the tour bus, they all somehow now have suits on. I'm really not sure what that's all about, but Nick was doing some pretty explicit, implicit gestures. And again, I mean, the kid's probably 13, 14 years old at this point. It is normal behaviors for a kid did, but it just kind of brought it to my mind how young Nick Carter really was compared to the older people in the band and compared to these adults that he was hanging out with at parties. I can imagine that he was, groomed at least in the way where he was kind of forced to be an adult at an extremely young age. He was doing these auditions at least by the time he was 11, probably earlier. Now, there was also a 5-year age gap between Nick and his bandmate, Brian. That was the one who came from Kentucky. He was the last one to join the band or whatever. And that brings me to kind of the main point of this video. According to several separate sources, Nick was in a legal guardianship while he was on tour and while they were on the road. And his parents were not at all times his legal guardians. According to these sources, Brian Luttrell was Nick Carter's guardian on the road. Brian Luttrell was only 5 years older than Nick Carter.
He's gonna be staying with me tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm his guardian. You're not my guardian. I'm his big brother, and I'm gonna knock him out.
He brought it up to my attention when I was 13. I was 13. My parents had signed over guardianship to him. So he was actually raising me on the road at 13, 14 years old.
So Nick would have been 13 years old, and an 18-year-old who was also his bandmate would have been his guardian.
I enjoyed it.
So in and of itself, that's already a little bit disturbing because what we know about the business structure of the band is that all 5 members...
Okay, Kai, I'm glad you said that because I was going to say the same thing. The Carters are fucking trash. The Carters literally, they took what was... All right, so in musician world, okay, I don't know what it's like for other industries, but I can only imagine it being the same way. But me, this is my passion. I would have given anything and everything as a fucking, still to this day, someone was like, yo, right now we're throwing you on tour with fucking whatever, and you're opening up for fucking Justin Bieber, that'd be fucking sick. Anyway, but yeah, you're opening up, it's like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm taking that fucking... Hell yeah. But it's crazy how young these guys are. Nick, yeah, he's even way younger. But then the next, like I said, the next oldest person, it's just dude, they did that. And then Aaron was even younger than Nick was when he started touring because he would open up for the Backstreet Boys on occasion. And that's how he was able to rise to fame. There is a video that goes over Aaron Carter in here, or in the BJ covers him, so we can definitely do that. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Don't forget to share this out. We can get more people in here. We're gonna take a bug break here soon. We have a little bit while longer on this. But yeah, and if I don't make it all the way to the end before the bug break, yeah, there's adults in the music industry. It's just that they're very strange. Welcome in, Sky. What's up, PJ?
Members of the band were equal owners. They were kind of like owners of the name and likeness of the band, but so was Lou Pearlman. He installed himself as the 6th member of the Backstreet Boys legally. But the Lou Pearlman section is a story for another day, or maybe I'll never tell that story. Y'all should go watch the Boy Band Con. My point of bringing up the business structure of the Backstreet Boys is not even to talk about the Lou Pearlman thing. It's to talk about the financial and legal conflicts of interest that somebody like Brian would have had. For example, if Brian is an equal member of the Backstreet Boys and so is Nick, and Nick wants to, for example, leave, or let's say Nick, as we now ended up finding out on the road, Nick did become addicted to drugs and alcohol and things like that. The best thing for Nick as a person would be probably to leave tour. But the best thing for Brian would be if Nick didn't leave the tour, because then Nick would be taking money away from the Backstreet Boys. Everybody knew Nick was a huge part of why girls went to the show. Not all girls, everybody had their own favorites. But you can imagine the conflict of interest for somebody like Brian if he was indeed, in fact, the legal guardian of Nick. He would have had a huge conflict. Do you do what's in the best interest of Nick, or do you do what's in the best interest of your own financial gain if it comes down to having to make that decision? And then putting on top of the fact he became the guardian at barely 18 years old. Now, for what it's worth, I did go to the Hillsborough County Court website and I tried to get the guardianship documents from Nick's guardianship. I was able to find the docket entries and I was able to procure 3 of the documents. But for some reason that really doesn't make any sense at all to me, the file has been destroyed pursuant to some I don't know, record. I really don't know why they destroyed the file of Nick Carter's guardianship. It seems like something that historians and people in the future, even after all of us are gone, are going to want to look back on and see what actually happened. But long story short, I was unable to confirm that Brian was ever the legal guardian of Nick. The people that it looks like were Nick's guardians were his parents. So I don't know if he signed over a separate agreement, maybe with Jive or maybe with someone else signing over their guardianship outside of court. Or maybe they
Yeah, the whole situation is weird. But guys, remember, once again, this is Hollyweird. Like, they're just in the music industry part of it, because there's also actors and there's models and all of that. And I think sometimes people forget that there's a lot of things going on everywhere.
they did it inside of court, and it's just one of those documents I was unable to find. But it was reported publicly, and it does seem to be the case that Nick and Brian both still to this day believe that Brian was in fact Nick's legal guardian. So that raises a whole nother host of issues, a whole nother host of questions. One of those issues is that the boys were known to fight with one another. There was not only intense competition with NSYNC, where they were all under all this pressure, where they were trying to compete with NSYNC all the time. There was also immense pressure within the group to all be kind of like Lou Pearlman's favorite. Most of the boys in most of Lou Pearlman's bands didn't have active fathers, and some of them didn't have fathers at all. So Lou kind of took on this fatherly type of role, and he even had the boys call him Big Papa, which is very weird to me because P. Diddy, apparently, allegedly, according to the Cassie lawsuit, had Cassie call P. Diddy by what she called her grandpa. I don't really know what this is all about. I really don't know. But there was a lot of competition, and the boys were teenage boys going through puberty on the road, probably all kinds of other issues, and they were fighting all the time with each other. I came across some clips in my research for this video, and one of the clips I came across was an interviewer asking the separate Backstreet Boys what's the biggest fight they ever got into with each other.
We have little arguments here. Wir haben kleine Streitereien über dies und jenes, aber niemals körperliche Streitereien.
Fist fights. You guys have had fist fights? Oh, yeah. Fist fight has been me and him.
This right here is exactly the part I was talking about. So it was from here, but I actually went back and watched this whole interview, which is why I was like, I remember watching the whole thing, because obviously this is, well, not now, because Kevin's hair is very long right now, but this is very much so, more so up to date. What was I gonna say? Yeah, they're all fucking gross adults, man. Like the whole thing. Shit, I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Just listen to this story.
Because he earned my
punched
comment.
you a lot, but you didn't punch back. Did AJ grab you like this?
No, that was Nick and AJ.
It was a little bit concerning to me that all of them said they had all been in fights with Nick, who was, again, the youngest member of the group whenever they first started.
Worst fight would be with Nick. Me and Nick behind the stage one time got into it. I've gotten in a fight with everybody except Brian.
I think it's easy to look back and remember the Backstreet Boys at the height of their fame, and by that point, all the boys kind of looked a little bit more like the same age. But in these first days of the Backstreet Boys, it was a stark and obvious difference between tiny little baby Nick and grown-up ass Kevin. But in one of these clips that I found of one of these interviews, you have AJ telling the interviewer that the biggest fight he ever got into was with Nick, and he outlines what the fight was about. He said, Nick, I'm paraphrasing here, but basically he said Nick wanted to go home. He was really young at the time. He was tired. He was tired of being on the road, and he wanted to go home. And then AJ said that he called Nick a bunch of mean names, nasty names, something like that. And they got in a huge fight. And he basically told Nick, it just sounds like you just don't want to work.
It was over time off, like when he was younger, when he was really trying to get back home into his family, and I called him a couple names and basically said, you just don't want to work.
But 14-year-old little kids are not supposed to want to work 12, 16-hour days, doing 3 gigs a day and all of that. That little clip did give me some insight into what I already suspected, that if one member of the band wanted, for their own health, for their own safety, for their own benefit, to leave, to get out, then they would be pressured by the other members of the band, maybe because they loved them and wanted their brothers to stay with them. But I think much more than that, because if one member of the band went home, that would really mess up the whole tour and the whole production, the whole band, the whole image, which translates to messing up the financial bottom line. I mean, that's just period. But Nick didn't just have to deal with that pressure of getting into literal physical fights with people for simply wanting to do the very natural human thing of wanting to go home. He also seemingly had a legal pressure. Let's say Brian Luttrell was, in fact, indeed, Nick's legal guardian. That means Brian was put in charge of making decisions for Nick because Nick could not make them for himself legally. What if Nick went up to Brian and said he wanted to go home? Is 18-year-old Brian going to say, yeah, sure, Nick, run on along? Probably not. And then even if Brian wasn't the legal guardian and it was just Nick's parents had problems of their damn own. And I think that's one of the reasons why these particular boys got chosen. It's very common knowledge at this point that the music industry was choosing kids that were very young, very impressionable, and did not have strong home lives. I mean, Nick Carter's mom has been arrested at least twice that I just accidentally became aware of because she was beaten up and doing domestic disputes on the dad, allegedly. So it is kind of...
And that stuff trickles down to the kids. I can't remember what their sister's name is right now, but she passed away a few years back. Actually, it was a lot. I think it was almost... I can't remember. I don't want to even put a name on it. But Aaron, we know, died recently, and there was a show. Remember all the different bands and shit? They were all... MTV was trying to, like, you know, they were like, oh no, these are our favorite people from like Y2K. We got to keep it going. And so they tried to give everybody a show. They gave Nick and Jessica one. Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson, when they were married, they had the Newlywed Show. Travis Barker, when he was married to Shayna, I think that's what her name was, the mother of his first two children. Landon and the other one, but they had Meet the Barkers and the Carters. They also had the Carters, which was a whole show based on obviously Nick and Aaron. Yeah, none of this is even that crazy. I mean, no, it is crazy, but like there's this is how these industries are. Like it's just put it as the entertainment industry, because it just has all its different outlets, and it's just the entertainment industry as a whole, not just one little thing. And it actually goes into the whole other level of it too. And I think people forget that all media is part of it. And that includes your magazines, your tabloids, and your books that you read.
Easy to look at Nick Carter and the allegations that have stood up against him, even by his own family members, and think of him as a monster and as somebody who is just depraved and vile and disgusting. And to be honest, he might be. I personally do take the route of innocent until proven guilty. That's the mindset I like to have. But even if he is guilty of that in his adult life, he hadn't done any of that stuff as a child. And that's kind of what I'm talking about here. But my point isn't even necessarily about Nick Carter. My point is that this is not new. This boy band model has been around for a very long time, like specifically curating a band that is going to heighten the hormonal and emotional responses of little girls who are going to have the control over their parents' pocketbooks, and then pitting those members of the band against each other to keep each other in line.
Now, listen, I've actually said stuff like this before. Excuse me. That, damn, I can't remember what the fuck. She literally just said it, and I paused and I was like, oh yeah, say something like that. Damn it. I can't remember. That's crazy. I'll unmute myself when it comes back.
It's literally the crabs in the barrel model. And who's the person outside the barrel? Lou Pearlman types. The model is not new, and it is not accidental. You see, Johnny Wright, similarly, did not just pop up out of nowhere. He spent the entirety of his life since he was 10 years old trying to get famous in any way that he could. He worked at radio stations, he was a DJ, he did all kinds of stuff before being a tour manager, road manager, talent manager. And one of the people that mentored Johnny early in his career had very strong connections to Motown Records. So whenever you have people like Ashley Parker Angel referring to Lou Pearlman as the Berry Gordy of
Guys, Ashley is one of the singers from O-Town. O-Town. So this clip right here is from the boy band, the boy band scheme or something like that. The boy band something, but it's got Lance in it. It's got Ashley. I honestly can't remember. I just know obviously Ashley's right here, and I know that Lance is in it. I'm trying to think who else. Obviously Timberlake's on it. I do believe Joey and maybe Chris are in it. But I think maybe AJ as well, because you guys know that they're more so out. But anyway, you guys should we could check that out. But I don't think I really want to show that one on here because I don't want to get something because that with whatever that's production is by. I think it's like ABC, so I don't want to do that. But anyway, yeah. So
our generation.
We'll just continue. Oh, I was gonna say that so these guys, they're music industry kids. This is same kind of fucking story that we heard from the Dan Schneider shit over at Nickelodeon and the shit that goes on at Disney as well.
Generation, it's not actually far off from the truth because Berry Gordy would have trained Maurice Starr.
Is almost single-handedly responsible for pressure on parents to buy New Kids on the Block merchandise. He's their manager and creator, Maurice Starr.
I remember what I was gonna say. So O-Town became a boy band because there was. So you guys know it's like American Idol and like all of this. Well, Making the Band is a competition show, and the first season was a boy band, and that's how that came. But that all starts to fall in line with Diddy because Diddy ends up taking that show over and hosting it and being in charge of the other groups. That's a whole other thing, and it just keeps going. Yeah, dude. This is giving Captain Crunch. Like him and Michael Jackson, they just be rocking just Captain Crunch outfits. This is wild. I'm like, damn, let me roll around like looking like fucking like what the fuck? What are y'all motherfuckers wearing, bro?
Well, the parents don't mind because every parent want to keep their kid happy.
The writer and producer of all his acts' music, Starr can't resist a cameo in a Rick West music video.
I believe I can make you a star.
Maurice Starr, the general, marches on. His objective in sight, to win the hearts and minds of America's young music fans.
Who trained and mentored Johnny Wright, who trained and mentored Lou Pearlman and Larry Rudolph. And if you follow that one line, that family tree down, you would be astonished. It's the most famous people in the world. For the last 50 years, we're all kind of
You guys, I'm sorry to pause it again so quickly, but I wanted to say something on that because she was like, the family tree. Dude, let me tell you something. Jimmy Carter is like cousins with Berry Gordy. There's like somewhere along the lines, there's blood there. And I felt like it was important to tell you guys instead of waiting for fucking a minute and a half.
Incubated on the same model. Britney Spears herself was going to be in this boy band, girl band model. She was supposed to be in this band called Innocence, which was managed by guess who? Lou Pearlman and Justin Timberlake's mom? That's a story for another day, but we are going to be making a video about the Britney Spears origin story. We're going to travel all the way back to 1990, 1992, and go back to the Mickey Mouse Club. We're going to follow Britney's track of what she was doing during these years. We're going to follow that line straight down to Jamie Lynn Spears and to Aaron Carter. And obviously, a series like this would never be complete without mentioning the Backstreet Boys' biggest rival. So we're going to be doing an entire dedicated video to NSYNC as well.
I'm screaming like a little girl over here. I did get the chills while it was like showing the clips of all of them. Like, I'm like literally like the pop queen, dude. I like have this such rock outer layer. It's like, oh yeah, but dude, that pop. But I like to take pop songs and make them more rock because that's the way I sound. I mean, I can do the poppy shit all day. I can lose the I can take the rasp away when I sing. Like I'm in charge of it. I'm in charge of where the grit goes most of the time. Anyway, this is the infamous move. I'm so glad you put this in there.
Mentioned this earlier as well, but if I put together a video and I put every single,
they still laugh about that move. Anyway, so I don't need to continue to show you guys that, because she's literally just talking about new videos that she's going to have come out after that. But that video came out so long ago that all the videos that she just mentioned are available and done and completed, but we will continue to roll down. So yeah, they're all connected. And they've already showed they showed Epstein and Diddy's faces, and I mean you guys know how big Diddy is when it comes to the music industry. I mean, whether you like it or not. Yeah, but they all connect. And the thing is that we can continue down that rabbit hole, but I also would like to do another one at the same damn time. But definitely, because I would like to get it so I know that my fans are enjoying this kind of stuff, so that when I make official videos, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, like I make this or that. Right now, all of my official videos, except for I think one, have all been, well, even that was technically uploaded as a short. There's some other videos that I haven't uploaded that are because at the time shorts couldn't go as long, and I think that the shorts are able to go long enough for the ones that I have now. Hey, welcome in, Zen. How's it going? Yeah, we were just doing what I told you guys. We were just watching the Backstreet Boys documentary. The NSYNC one is really good too. Oh, it's called the Boy Band Con. That's what it's called. Yeah, okay. So Chris Kirkpatrick's in it. Yep, like I said. I don't know. I think Joey's in it too. I know Lance, and we already saw Ashley was in it too. Let's see here. Man, dude. That dude, Lou Pearlman, is just, and it's so crazy how many people's pockets. Dude, BJ Investigates even, oh, I forgot, I watched that one, dude. She did the Pee Wee Herman video. She's lit. We will definitely be doing that. But I just wanted to, kind of give you guys a little taste test and see. Yep, it really does suck. It's so true, guys. What Kai said, she said, just so you know, a lot of your favorite celebrities are gross people. They really are. Like, it sucks because you're just like, bro, like, my childhood shattered. Sucks, bro. What's really going on? I don't know why. All right. Anyway, sorry, I was messing with stuff. Oh. Yeah, I appreciate it, PJ. Good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Because I mean, there's plenty more, and I would like to start putting videos together myself on these subjects. I just gotta. Right, Sky? So basically what I'm doing is kind of experimenting with you all when I go live, and I'm really trying to figure out, like, as far as content goes, what you guys are down to watch, what you guys are down to learn, what you guys are down to listen to. So I really have been experimenting. I mean, that's the whole part of being a creator. You may think one thing is your niche, and if you're not the type of person to experiment and you're stuck on, no, this is my niche, and you stick there and it ain't working, you either need to grow up and realize that that's not the niche that you need to go for at that moment in time. You need to keep experimenting, or stay stubborn and just have the same 3 views. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just literally just telling you how it goes. If let's for instance say it's like, oh, your passion is to come on here and you want to do true crime, but for whatever reason, because of the way that you talk or your personality, you would do better covering celebrity type stuff. You know what I mean? It's like is that might have been too broad of a thing, but so some people personally, like, I don't like to do tea. I'm so glad they like it too, and we'll continue to watch how the numbers fluctuate and grow. They are going up with all the different things I've been showing. But see, that's another thing is that based off of where the age range, as far as my analytics are showing for all different platforms, these are perfect things right here. Yeah, see, Sky, exactly. She said, I love this stuff, and these past few lives have been great. I usually watch them alone. It's nice having company and knowing I'm not crazy and thinking the same thing. No, trust me. Hey, you know what's funny, Sky? Is that Bird is always sending me and Kai some shit like with some like tinfoil hats or some conspiracy theory shit. But the thing is, I mean, it's like, bro, but have we been wrong though? Because like, there's some way over the top crazy conspiracies out there. It's like, bro, chill out. Like Q, bro, they're nuts. That is some shit. Is like, wait, what? Okay, so now that we've done this, let's take a bug break for a minute. Let me have you guys listen to a song, and then maybe we could switch over and maybe we could do a little bit of stuff about, maybe I could show you guys I want to show the interviews with Bam Margera, and I feel like you guys would really enjoy that. But I don't know if I should show you guys the interview with Bam Margera or if I should show you guys, like, lead into it by showing you guys some stuff about Amanda Rab. That's true. You know what's crazy is Zen, you did just get here and we literally just finished a Backstreet Boys documentary. You guys liked it though, right? It was interesting. There's a lot of stuff you guys had to have had learned. Oh my god, there's so much with Lou Pearlman and like the shadiness of which the Carters are. Man, oh man, oh man, there's so much. I mean, dude, this stuff. Yeah, we were, yeah. Um, I I'm gonna have to start keeping tinfoil just like in my room, you know, because I'm just gonna need to start making tinfoil hats when I go live on TikTok and just that's that. All right, cool. So basically right now, I appreciate you guys being here and I appreciate you guys liking and definitely sharing, get more people in here for sure. Get just audience in general, but they can be part of the replay group, but just make sure that you're sharing it because I think there's a lot of people that like all this stuff. And not only that, but this shit ties like the way that all this ties in. Are you guys all right? So you guys know, obviously, I'm into the conspiracy theories. Are you guys sketched out or suspicious about all the different people's celebrities' houses that have burned down? These fires coming from random places, like just different areas where typically the wildfires would be. We don't typically hear them. That's why they're making a big deal out of it. It's like crazy how many houses have burned down. The movie Signs is lit. It's dude. Like, I would be down like, that's the thing, like, I would be so down to watch, like, an actual movie with you guys over here. I mean, we watch documentaries and stuff all the time. We're technically watching movies together. Okay, so, yeah, here's the thing about the insurance is that I think so you guys know, like, if you live, like, in an area where there's more it's prone to flood more. The insurance, the home insurance for water damage goes fucking skyrockets. Same thing with places that catch on fire. The fire insurance for fire protection goes out of the fucking sky. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah. Oh, sure is. And let's go. My number is actually 916 though. Personally. What does 333 mean, Zen? I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, I bet she did. Yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Let me see if there is that. Okay, this should be all right. Sorry, I was hiccuping at the same time. I think hopefully this is how much commentary is on this though? It's 3 minutes, not that bad. I'm over here tripping. Yeah, evidence being burnt. Exactly. So I think I found, dude. Yeah, Signs is so good. What did you guys think about The Fourth Kind? I liked that one too. I liked the way that they set it up. It was like a real documentary. And then they were like, yeah, we're gonna do a reenactment. But I like the way that I love that style of filming. I love those documentary type movies, even if they're cheesy. I don't know what it is. I love those movies. Like, just it's like the format itself. Like, I love how they're posing as it's a documentary. Like the Blair Witch Project. First of all, the original, the OG one drives me insane because like the lady's screaming so loud, and like I mean they had to make it realistic, but it makes the microphone clip. That's that noise that you hear when somebody's like, when you're listening or your kids are listening to fucking YouTube, listening and watching other kids play online as replay videos or whatever, and you hear them screaming and it like makes that crackling noise at the top and it like distorts. That's what I'm referring to. That's clipping. That's called clipping the microphone. Anyway, I don't even remember why I was saying that. Fuck. Whatever, man. Oh, yeah. So there's like the Blair Witch. Yeah, so she's like screaming, and like the whole movie just like them screaming. And then the newer one is just the whole movie of them screaming. But there's like so many different ones. Cloverfield's like that. Dude, I'm blanking. District 9. What else is in documentary form that's sick? I mean, I like even watching the lame ones because I just like it so much. Oh, Quarantine's like that. With Jennifer Carpenter, the lady that played Deb on Dexter. All right. Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. I love that style. A movie night in Discord. Yeah. Oh, Kai. We need to have a conversation about setting up. Setting up a couple things. And Ruby, if you're watching this on the replay later on, what you normally do, you too. But I'll probably message you long before you hear this. Anyway, I actually have a list right here. I haven't watched it, so I really 100% don't know. Like, did they save the list for the end? Like, I mean, we can watch it. It's not that long. I'm tripping. I'm over here like, oh no, we should watch this. After I just made you guys watch like a 45-minute documentary on the Backstreet Boys, but the Backstreet Boys fucking rock. Anyway, I did say bug break, so we'll do a bug break before we do that. That way, I can get myself some more coffee, yeah, and then you guys can listen to this. I don't know. Ugh, fucking Mia and her nose. You guys, we were talking about the blood money and stuff when I first started this, but we obviously moved on because I was like, yo, yeah, I mean, don't worry, nobody. I'm not talking shit about none of you guys. It ain't secretive. It's just that she's right here. It's easier for me to just tell her instead of texting. What's the point of that? She's literally right here. No secrets. What? Oh, I'm over here looking like a dumbass. Like, I'm like, what am I looking for? I'm looking through all these pictures. Like, wait, what am I staring around looking for? All right. I don't even know. Yeah, let's listen to that. Oh, shit. What am I doing? I can't remember what I'm doing. Don't worry, shorty. Okay. Oh my god, all this guy's stuff is right here. Ooh, that's so not fetch, bro. It's not fetch at all. Help you paint? I don't know. I mean, I would. I'm like, alright, fine, fuck it. bring the stuff. All right. I was like, what am I doing? Here we go. Share screen. Yay. Share entire screen. Wait. Oh, no. Cancel that. I want to do this like this first. Let's get that there. Damn it, motherfucker. I forgot to turn that fucking thing on. Oh, well. It's all right. It's all good. Let's put my little thing up. There we go. All right. You know how to do this, Bug. Stop playing. You know how to do this. You silly, silly goose. All right. Why is that playing? That's my new video. Okay. I'm going to shut up and get more coffee.
Butterflies, that's what I'm feeling when I look in your eyes. Oh, it's such a delight. Roller coaster, that's been your life. I know it's scary, but it'll all be alright. You cannot deny the truth. Love will find its way through you. You cannot deny the truth. This heart will find its way to you. Look, I know you've been hurt before. Let me dry your eyes. Hey shorty, don't worry, I'll be there to hold you when you're feeling lonely. Hey shorty, you ain't alone no more. Hey shorty, don't worry, I'll be there to hold you when you're feeling lonely. Hey shorty, you ain't alone no more. Wonderful, you know you really are. Pull you out from the dark, 'cause you're my moon and my stars. Broken hearted, babe. We can sit and you can talk. You know I'm always listening. You cannot deny the truth. Love will find its way through you. You cannot deny the truth. This heart will find its way to you. Look, I know you've been hurt before. Let me dry your eyes. Hey shorty, don't worry, I'll be there to hold you when you're feeling lonely. Hey shorty, you ain't alone no more. Hey shorty, don't worry, I'll be there to hold you when you're feeling lonely. Hey shorty, you ain't alone no more. Tell me, do you like it? Tell me, do you like that? You're not alone no more. You're not alone no more. Tell me, do you like it? Tell me, do you like that? You're not alone no more. You're not alone no more. I know you've been hurt before. Let me dry your eyes. Hey shorty, don't worry, I'll be there to hold you when you're feeling lonely. Hey shorty, you ain't alone no more. Hey shorty, don't worry, I'll be there to hold you when you're feeling lonely. Hey shorty, you ain't alone no more.
All right. Awesome. Okay, cool. So I have this little thing here, and it's supposedly a list of celebrities' houses that have burned down. So let's try to match those up with the celebrities that we recall that are on either list. That's awesome, dude. That's so awesome. Hey, Ren, what's up? Yeah, I mean, we didn't go too into depth with it just because it's just like, all right. I mean, she got the nose job. It's just the dirty part of it is just that she's got this following because of what her crime her sister pulled, and it's gross, dude. All right, so yeah, so let's see what's up with this little list going on right here. And I want to flash this because I, in by no means, claim any of the material that I've showed today at all.
Witnessing is one of the worst natural disasters in Los Angeles history. Everywhere you look, complete neighborhoods are gone. More than 17,000 acres burned as of today, and 0% containment. Now, I'm in the Palisades, and this area is known for its celebrity residents and breathtaking views. But now when you mention the Palisades, all you can think of is heartbreak.
As you know, where I live is on fire right now. Literally, the entire city of the Pacific Palisades is burning.
One day you're swimming in the pool, and the next day it's all gone.
Actor James Woods in tears talking about how his wife's 8-year-old niece offered to help restore the Palisades home he watched burn.
Standing in my driveway getting ready to evacuate, she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
It's just a catastrophe, everything. The market I shop in.
You know, I saw something where a creator had gone and looked back at his Twitter account, obviously now X. He said some shit on there, and it's just like one of those things like, God damn, that's crazy. It's ironic to what that interview, what he was just saying and crying about. No, I'm not saying it's definitely worth crying about. I'm not saying that, but just, yes.
In the schools my kids go to, many friends now have lost their homes.
Here's the latest on those losses.
It's tough. I'm having a hard time.
For Miles Teller, who played a firefighter in Only the Brave, this is all that remains of his Palisades home. The Top Gun Maverick star and his wife bought the Cape Cod-style villa in 2023 for $7.5 million. And this is what's left of actor John Goodman's home, a driveway which leads to rubble. Nearby, more heartbreak. These are the charred remains of Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins' home. He bought it in 2021 for around $6 million. Behind me, what is left of Bill Bristol's house. This is the place where he raised his children and grandchildren, and now it's gone. But this is also about more than just celebrity. It is about everyday people. More than 2,000 homes and businesses have been lost in the Los Angeles area. People are hurting. The city is suffering.
I just want to go home. I just want to see all my stuff and sit on my couch.
Heidi Montag, devastated after her and Spencer Pratt's home was destroyed. Also gone, Eugene Levy's Palisades home. Only the chimney remains. Ricky Lake posted that she lost her dream Malibu home where she got married. She invited us inside in 2022 and called it her sanctuary.
Most beautiful life I have here.
And Joan Rivers' daughter, Melissa, told CNN that before her Palisades home was destroyed, she took beloved personal items.
I grabbed my mom's Emmy, a photo of my dad, and a drawing that my mother had done of my son and I.
This is us, star.
Bro, what the fuck? Did you see her face? All right, hey, ooh, good question, Jonesy. We'll deep dive into that. We'll go back and let's start looking at videos and pictures. Good eye, good catch. That's the kind of stuff that I like to see over here. I like to see my people in my community catching fucking shit so we can fucking say, great catch. Great. You get a cookie. Someone get this motherfucker a cookie. What the fuck? Dude, that completely distracted me. Cause that's such a good fucking point, dude. Ooh, I know I'm watching now. I didn't even notice that. And I can't remember what I was gonna say because, dude, that's a good fucking question there. Fuck. Oh yeah, I know what the question was. It was for you guys. 3 things. Don't count kids or pets, okay? They all get out safely. What are the 3 things that you're grabbing? Like, I don't really care if it's as pretentious as, I don't know. Okay.
And mom of 3, Mandy Moore, lost most of her Altadena home, posting this devastating video of her beloved neighborhood in flames and the aftermath of her estate, saying, quote, Grateful for my family and pets getting out last night before it was too late. Mandy is among the thousands thinking what comes next.
We truly are all in this together. This is anything but predictable.
So far, more than 180,000 people have been evacuated. More than 2,000 structures have been destroyed. 1 million homes and businesses are without power right now. And the economic losses are expected to exceed $60 billion. Other celebrities who have either lost or been evacuated from their homes include Steven Spielberg, Michael Keaton, Adam Brody and Leighton Meester, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger, Adam Sandler and Kate Hudson.
All right, you guys see those? And there's more. There are more. What? I gotta see that. Was it already? Yeah, they're gonna. Oh yeah, they're going to. And I don't know, dude. And yeah, they probably more than likely will, but there's even more than that. I don't know. I'm trying to make a decision in my mind. I don't know what to do. All right, so there's that. Let's see if they can, if I can find maybe another list because there's a lot of people missing. Ooh, that's interesting. Yep, because see, she wasn't in that list. I'm just trying to fucking. There's so many different ones. Yeah, exactly. There's so. It's like. Dude, what? All right. I hate all these fucking channels. Like, it's gonna fuck with my algorithm. All right, let's see if let's see how this video does. I'm just looking them up as we are. Like, I didn't look for any of this because I didn't even think that we were gonna get into the house burning stuff today.
Celebs, including Milo Ventimiglia, Paris Hilton, and Ricky Lake, are all speaking out and sharing horrifying videos of what used to be their homes, which were destroyed in the historic Los Angeles fires. Milo was joined by a CBS News crew at his home, which had burned down to the ground. The actor got emotional speaking about the loss.
I know you were aware the house was gone. What's it like to then stand here?
Heavy. You know, you start thinking about, man, hits you so quick. You start thinking about all the memories and the different parts of the house and whatnot, and then you see your neighbors' houses and everything kind of around. Your heart just breaks.
There are at least 10 dead and more than 9,000 structures which have been damaged in the fires that have decimated many parts of Los Angeles. Some of the fires are still ongoing as firefighters and authorities are working tirelessly to put out the flames to protect people and their homes. Paris Hilton shared a video of her own home, which was
Wait, isn't this not the rapture, but isn't this like the kind of stuff that happens before the lead up to a rapture? If I'm not mistaken, this would be, and it's like taking it's going over time. Like, people think it's gonna like hit like once, but I am not religious. Okay, I know about like this theory because I grew up around this shit. So yeah, Blue Beam, yeah, Project, yeah, or End of Days, yeah. All right, so. But what I'm saying is, so leading up to the rapture is supposed to be like, you know, all that crazy shit that goes down. Basically like the same things that happened to the Egyptians and shit. Essentially, I mean, yeah, but Zen, the reason that we're looking into this, us specifically, is not because, oh my god, you guys would never understand. Like, we got poor Paris Hilton and poor Tom Hanks. No. We're going over this because these names of most of these celebrities that have, at least it's been told to us, whose houses have burned down, and it's just it's too coincidental with all the P. Diddy shit that's going on. And then a good portion of these people so far, I'm not sure. I gotta look at these lists again. I need to have both of them up. Oh yeah. Rabbit hole. Floods, fires, natural disaster, plagues. Exactly. So 2020. And it's stretched out. It's not, like the movies, they just rush it all into 90 minutes. So of course the tsunami takes over in fucking an hour. This is like ongoing shit. So you have, so like you said, we have the fires, the floods, it's snowing in places it's not supposed to snow. Like in the United States, they have fires over on the West Coast, and on the East Coast they have ice and freezingness and cold that's going over to the Midwest down south, which it shouldn't do that there. Then there's so many different 50 degrees in Alaska. See, that's crazy. 2024 was the beginning of the end. Yeah, but I could see that, because if they said originally it was 2012 and there was like some type of strange math, well, 2 times 12 is 24. So I don't know. I mean, that could be a coincidence. And maybe they just had it fucked up and they didn't realize that they needed to go further in depth with those numbers. Look, I don't know. I don't know. But it is strange that a lot of these celebrities whose houses, like I said, who have come forward saying, we know for a fact your house is burned down, that the people that they're covering, like even Diddy's fucking house,
Takes the irreplaceable pieces of our lives. Actress Ricki Lake revealed she lost her home on Tuesday when the wildfires began. On Thursday, she shared several videos of the moments before she left her home.
That's what's happening right now. Huge fire over in the Palisades. According to Watch Duty, it says it's in Temescal, which is not far. Everything down. Thankfully, my sprinklers are working. We have our system set up.
That ground is full of grass, it's full of mud. It just goes.
Oh my gosh. That's so hot, honey!
You gotta probably just put the tab.
Like, I know that there's been different people that I've like seen or like watching videos or just watching the news for all different. Guys, I watch news internationally and nationally and continentally. Does that make sense? So, basically just watching a little bit of everything. But what's crazy to me is how I'm not saying this is fucking fake by any means. I'm saying it's so fucking crazy how they're rolling around here with like nothing over their faces. The fuck is going on here? Like, all right, guys, common sense. Like, if it's hard to breathe outside, but you have no inside, you need to cover your fucking goddamn nostrils and your mouth. Yeah, dude, that's like natural disasters are the craziest things, because there's no control, and it's that thing that is like way bigger than us. Like nature is way bigger than us, and it'll be here way longer than us. And we fucking take advantage of nature all the fucking time. But let me not get too hippie-ish on you guys right now.
Keller and wife Kelly are also among those who have been affected. Kelly shared one photo of smoke around their home. A second photo appears to be of the same location, and the home is completely gone. In the caption, she wrote, "Snap this, driving out. To everyone reaching out, I can't thank you enough. Your kind hearts have meant the world. I'll never forget them. Community has come out stronger than I could imagine. Pacific Palisades, I love you beyond measure. You are
Okay, I had to cut him off really quick. Did you guys know that Khloe Kardashian is out here asking people to like donate money to a fund when like literally her or any of these other, like the Kardashians alone could own so much more. They could literally buy out so many huge corporations if they wanted to. They have no interest in it, but if they wanted to, they could. And then these celebrities, I mean, bro, your house is $7 million. So whatever you got going on, you're fine. I'm not saying it's okay or whatever, like, okay, so there's bound to be somebody or celebrities out there that, aren't disgusting, and maybe they've lost their homes, okay? But these disgusting ones, this is good as far as these like disgusting ones. I'm all right with this. Mandy Moore asked for donations for her brother-in-law. Mandy Moore gotta be stacked because like she was so popular at like, late 90s, early Y2Ks, like 90s shit. Like all those people, like Freddie Prinze Jr. and all them, they all sit back. Like they have these reruns, and they were in the right stuff. Dude, Mandy Moore, in fact, was the voice of what's her face from Tangled. So I mean, that movie is dude. Tangled rocks, dude. Like Tangled goes up there for me with Finding Nemo. Like that shit is funny as hell. Like I remember at one point in time I didn't like Finding Nemo that much, and then I was like, wait a minute, no, I really love Finding Nemo. It's got to be the funniest shit. All right, anyway. It's not natural. It's geoengineering and weather control manipulation plus directed energy weapons. If you're gonna go there, then really go there. But yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I was only just going over. Look, I am gonna go there, and I was getting there. There's a couple things I haven't quite said, but at the end of the fucking day, for just 1 second though, regardless, at the end of the day, even without the government shit, for all the regular peoples, it's a natural disaster. As far as the government goes, fuck you. Watch them be like, dude, power down that fucking house. No one says fuck you to us. No, dude, you're good. No, all the input is totally great. But I'm glad that you did say that. In fact, I'll highlight that motherfucker. But you damn right. You damn right. And I'm really big on conspiracy theories and stuff. So don't ever think that we ain't gonna go over that kind of stuff, because we have already gone over a few conspiracy theories, and I played Loose Change over on my channel. If you don't know what that is, that's the only 9/11 documentary that will not be played on any mainstream media. They refuse to play it, even though it's got to be one of the most controversial, popular 9/11 videos of all time.
Little slice of heaven. We will come back stronger than ever. If you're in the LA area, please get out if you can. I wish I grabbed my wedding dress. Wish I did a lot different, but it doesn't matter. Stay safe. Get out. There are no words. Thank you to the first responders fighting. Actor Brian Greenberg took to his story, sharing a video of what's left of his home and letting his followers know that his family is safe. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Boz St. John revealed she lost her home, posting a video driving down a road looking at wreckage. She also shared several pictures of memories from inside the home. In the caption, she wrote, "This is the house I wanted, the house I prayed for, the house I worked in blood, the house I prayed for, the house, this is the house, the home." In the caption, she wrote, "Wreckage." She also
Okay, so the reason why I keep going back and rewinding it is, if look in the fucking mirror, dude. Look in the dude. What is she doing? She is clear, dude. You could totally tell that she's just. Oh my god, dude. Look, oh my god. Just watch the fucking mirror, dude. Look how bad she's driving.
shared several pictures of memories from inside the home. In the caption, she wrote, "This is the house I wanted, the house I prayed for, the house I worked in blood."
Like, I know some of you guys are probably like, oh, she was just getting in that middle lane. Like, she probably was just getting in that middle lane by not on purpose, but then realized she was swerving into the other lane. She's lucky that there was that double fucking turn lane. Because she was more focused on that phone being out that window, because she was looking at what the phone was looking at. Yep, it only happens when it happens to them. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for them. I'm sorry for the real people that's suffering, but not the celebrities. It's a reality check. I absolutely agree with that, Sky, because I was actually going to say the same thing a little while ago. And I was going to say it's crazy because all of these celebrities and stuff are being covered, and it's like they don't need the coverage. The coverage needs to be going to the actual people. Oh, Khloe Kardashian wasn't asking for donations for people to help out with that. Khloe Kardashian was asking for donations to buy like rotisserie chickens, basically like a an unhomed home cooked meal. So, like Costco, like large order of like shit from Costco, or like a shit ton of rotisserie chickens from like Walmart, or a shit ton of fried chicken from like wherever, whatever place they decide. So she's asking for donations to feed the EMTs and the firefighters and all of the first responders that are out there taking care of this, mostly firefighters and stuff. But there's other people out there, first responders, and I'm like, bro, why don't you donate money? Like, why are you asking us when, like, people wonder, like, all right, are these kids ever gonna go back to school so I can go back to work? Because at this point, what the fuck is going on? Like, y'all let them off for goddamn vacation and they still ain't gone back to school goddamn yet. Or, all the other people that there's things going on, just life in general. But no, not you. Your family, y'all are all together. You guys are worth quite a few billion, and you guys could easily, without any thought or anything, just literally pay $2 million. And that's like literally not a thing at all. You could literally just be like, here's $2 million for this. But I mean, look, I know that let's not even be over the top ridiculous. Fine, whatever. Like, they'll make it back so fast. That's why it's like, dude, just donate. You make it back so fast. But fine, you don't want to donate it, then donate something that's like, okay, I guess a little, it's pretentious of you, but I mean, donate a $250,000. Shit, I don't know. Yep, that's they were talking about that earlier, like the bullshit. Yeah, man, welcome in everybody. Welcome in if you're just coming in. You already know. Yeah, they're just fucking. That's crazy. Imagine, dude. Imagine being like one of the most just being one of the most richest people in the world. And you're like asking essentially the poor people for donations. You're like, you guys, it's like, dude, no. Shut the fuck up. And there's dumbasses out there doing it, just like there's dumb as shit motherfuckers out here fucking giving donations to a fucking account that they believe is hacked. All right, well, if it's hacked and you're sending people money, well, wouldn't you be worried that your fucking PayPal or your Cash App or your Venmo might have gotten a little fucked up sending shit over there? Like, if it was actually hacked, that would have been the dumbest thing. But of course, that I don't even think I was a hacker. And before someone goes, "They're a Turkish family," whatever. You can go on all different types. Yeah, you can, bro. You can do all types of stuff. Don't even start. Let's go.
Sweat and tears for. The house that I put a keypad instead of a keyhole in the front door because I wanted all my family and friends to have a code and use the house whenever they wanted. This is the house where I found peace after battling with racist neighbors and a community that made me have to buy it in a trust within a trust, so no one would know that widowed single black woman with a teenager was buying on the exclusively held beach. This was my FU, I'm here house. The house that I built a movie room dedicated to my sister so she could see her films in her own sanctuary. This is the house where I finally felt like I could choose to spend time when I wanted to and how I wanted to. It is gone. This is an unimaginable loss. I grieve with the rest of Los Angeles as it burns, and even though I found even words to write here, there's nothing that I could say in this moment to describe this feeling.
Okay, now on a lighter note, did you guys see I didn't even watch it live because I was doing a few things that night, but I've watched it back and all the clips and stuff. Did you guys see how lit Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper were at the New Year's Eve? Dude, that shit is so funny, man. That shit had me cracking up. Let me see if I can find the clip of him being like, "I need tequila." It's so funny. Yeah, there it is right here, dude. It's so funny. I need tequila. See, this shit is so funny, man. Where the hell? All right, yeah, this is definitely it. Okay, let me just get back. All the schools are gone, everything's gone. You literally have to pick up your life and move somewhere else, but everything happens for a reason. I mean, yeah, probably the reason here is because they're trying to get rid of all the fucking evidence and make these people victims of a quote unquote natural disaster so that when all this paperwork and these documents come out and all this shit that's going on with Diddy's trial, all of a sudden, oh, they can't show up because they're dealing with this, or we can't charge them. It's a whole fucking thing. I mean, I don't know. And then we gotta remember there's the insurance money and this and that. There's so many factors. All right, check this out, you guys. This shit is so funny.
I don't know where it is. Okay. 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 Count of three. We don't know. You guys know what it is. This is. I might puke at this one. I can taste the pickle juice still. Okay. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that tastes. What could that be? Any idea? Socks or shoes? Oh, are we drinking? Are we drinking the squeezed juice of a leather shoe? I need tequila. Honestly.
Dude, that shit is so funny. I need tequila. Honestly. Dude, that shit is so funny, man.
I need tequila.
Dude, but Ben Anderson's laugh is so funny. His laugh cracks me up even more. But that's like, I don't know what's funnier, dude. Him screaming like that or fucking Anderson's fucking laugh. No, I don't know. Let me see. Kai, do you see this? Kai, do you know? Or Sky, do you know? Or anybody in the chat, does anybody know if they ever did find out about how it started? Because I don't think they can. Dude, this shit cracks me up. I gotta watch this shit again.
I need tequila. Honestly. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, sorry.
He was like going ape shit. I need tequila. Seriously. Oh yeah, no. I was just asking if they've actually like said what started it because it is just a little weird in different places and stuff. Damn. All right, that shit is funny as hell. We're so. I was like, God, I wish I didn't. Like, I don't know. That shit was too funny, man. That I saw that tequila thing and I was like, done. All right. Anyway, so it's about that time. Show you some. I showed you guys that. See, I need to see what and where you saw that at. Anyway, guys, I hope everyone's doing good. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. Everybody's been awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for allowing me to experiment on you guys and see what different types of material that we can have and what types of content I can cover. Ooh, see? Look at that. Conversation's getting interesting. All right, cool. Well, I'm just gonna get off of here though, guys. Been sitting here long enough. I might go live on TikTok to play the drums maybe in a little bit. I'm not sure yet. Or maybe I'll come back and hang out later on. I have no clue. But it has been fun. And once again, thanks for letting me experiment with you guys and give me all your feedback. Everybody on the replay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like it. Also, give all the comments you guys can. I want all your input. I try to keep up with it as much as I can. You already know how it is. Oh man, we have so much to cover, and it's just not. I just gotta get out of here. It's evening time, I suppose, in some places. See ya, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. You guys literally are fucking awesome, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. Because without me, no, without you, well, there's a me, but it doesn't work the same way. Anyway, guys, have a good evening, night, morning, tomorrow, whenever the fuck you're watching this. I'm out of here. See ya.